Welcome to GES Podcast. This is actually a special collaboration with a super special guest. She is very well known to the community of Instagram, TikTok, the world. My Instagram crush. You all met her in my previous episode on season 1. But today we're doing a very, very, very special episode. I don't know if you heard our episode, but if you haven't, we talked a little bit about Game of Thrones. Did we not?
Yes, we did.
We said, why don't we do a whole series or just talk about Game of Thrones because we are so obsessed and you are an actual expert. Jessica, tell us how much and for how long have you been invested on the Game of Thrones?
I feel like people probably are sick of me because every Sunday I'd be like, it is game. It is, well, now it's a spin off, House of the Dragon. But I feel like it's just a fun, well, I guess not fun show because a lot of people are dying. But it's fun, it's entertaining, it's like not real, but it's fun. And the characters are lovely. I feel like still my favorite. I wish they need to make a villain like Cersei because I actually liked her.
Oh, I'm obsessed with Cersei. I think that's
Yes,
what we connected when we were originally watching Game of Thrones.
yes,
She was just a bad bitch.
yes. They do not make haters like her anymore. It was so good. It was so good. So I'm waiting for House of the Dragon to have a Cersei because I have not seen the amount of villain in the show. It's like it's good, but it's not as it's
As the real
working.
police officer,
Yeah,
right?
maybe as we progress more. I
We're
mean,
hoping, and we will tag the House of Dragon HBO Max on this episode because we will have the special series for the rest of season 2 every week. Jess and I are gonna get together to recap the episodes of season 2. You
yes.
guys can send her questions if you have questions for her. She is the expert. What I was trying to get to, you actually read the books.
Yes. Well, I'm a really bad so when I read stuff, I have to read it like more and more. And also I feel like a lot like with Blood and Cheese, the recent episode, so
Mhm.
episode 2, I feel like a lot of people were disappointed because of they read the book and they were just disappointed. So I do believe sometimes it's better not to read the book first
Oh,
because
that's
you
a great
will
advice. I mean, I don't read the books, but I didn't know you
you'll
recommend.
be a little disappointed because it's not like you have such that's why people I feel like were like, oh, the episode was kind of not as good, but I feel like they did it the best that they could, but we already knew what was kind of going to happen, and so that kind of put the factor out, because everyone is like talking about the book and what's going to happen in the previous episode, so they kind of like the shock factor is not there. Like Game of Thrones Red Wedding. Nobody knew, so the shock factor and everything was just bomb.
I think Derek read it, if I'm not wrong, the Game of Thrones, and told me some of the fucking scenes actually, and some of the stuff is not the same from the actual series. So they did change the original Game of Thrones series as well from the books.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
did?
Yes. And like what I've gathered that the writer actually is not writing Khaleesi like dead, like how she, died and like unfortunately season 8. That's not how he's gonna write it.
But he's still writing.
He's still writing, yes. He's still writing the
Wow.
book. So it's kind of like lame because we got such a bad season 8. Like the season was just like, whoop. It was
When
just
does
so
he?
bad. Because, like, I mean, we can talk forever about how her character and everything was just like, character development was just so good. And then all of a sudden it was just like, like they made her into something that I feel like didn't make sense.
Right. Now, House of Dragons, you're watching it, right? It's in your
Yes.
backdrop. You are
Yes.
watching currently House of Dragon once. I rewatched it before
Yes.
season 2. My husband made me rewatch it because I do have short term memory. And it
Same.
just such a great fucking season. House of Dragon 1.
Yes. So, okay, so you know, uh how her boys, like how the grief or whatever, so go back to the first episode of season 2, right?
Mhm.
So I feel like they made it very like her like grieving and the way she's not like she doesn't think, like she thinks before she acts. So she didn't go there and like,
Burn the
whatever.
whole thing down, which is what we were expecting.
I mean, I was expecting a little bit, but I feel like they portrayed it very well and made her very likable, and the way she cares about her kids. It's such a difference seeing her and Ellison, like the whole first and the now the second episode, how she's not like her children were just her duty, and like now it's like she has absolutely no connection with them whatsoever.
At all after the king died.
Yeah,
So
like she has
Allison
no.
was trained since she was a child on season 1, how I see it, to be the basically, I think the dad at this point is the one that shaped her just to
Yes.
follow so they can control the house and be in the throne.
Yes.
And talk about family loyalty though, but we'll get that. That's the end of the last episode.
Yes, yes, Otto. Yeah, I feel like they have no loyalty to each other because he has also no love, I feel like, for like none of his grandchildren, nothing, Like he has, and for Allison, she was just a pawn, obviously. And we notice that like constantly now, and he doesn't care, as he as she wanted to be like, I sinned, and he goes like, I didn't want to hear of it. And that was a perfect response because he doesn't care, and like I feel like he's smart and he knows, he just doesn't want to hear of it.
Okay, but let's go back to him getting fired as the hand
Again.
again. I know that was on the second one, but when he first got fired, and then that cripple guy, I don't know the names. By the way, I am the one that knows no names, so I'm representing of the community that is upset with the Game of Thrones family, but doesn't know whose name is, so you can identify with me. And then Jess will name him by their name.
I'll try. Honestly, I don't know what the cripple. I know he was Strong's brother.
Mr. Fetish. Mr.
Yes.
Fetish.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he was. So he's like from the Strong household
Yes,
because
from
he burned them.
he is the uncle of Rhaenyra's kids. Let me
Ew.
repeat that. That is uncle
Oh
of the kid.
yeah, the feet lover.
The
Yes.
footsie. The
Yeah, we can
footsie.
call him feet lover. I feel like we should call him feet lover. I feel like he earned that.
Mr. Footsie. Yeah, Mr.
Yeah, he's sick in
Footsie.
the head.
He will definitely buy our feet. He's sick in the head, but he has an obsession with Allison, which
Yes.
changes to me on season 2. Is not first, he was the ally, the only ally she had. She got where she was because of him. And I have
Yes.
a feeling that on season 2, she's about to lose that. Why? Because she's fucking around.
Yes, because that's why he asked. He was like, "Oh, your servant said you were indisposed." He knows already, but he wants her to open it, and that's why he also made all her servants go away and made his own in her chambers, like his spies. Because that's the only reason he does what he does, so he has control. And I
Oh,
feel like she doesn't I mean, maybe she does, but she's just not very like, she has no backbone.
right. But she has to depend from a guy. She seems very dependent from a guy. If it's not the dad, it's the
Yes.
king. And or is the now is the booty call.
Yes, like Renee said to her, Allison always is in her prison. She makes her own prison. And she never wants to be out of the prison. She just makes her own prison.
Right. She has no brain for herself. And she
Yes.
has no care. It's very sad to see that in this season she has no care for her children,
Yeah.
specifically her grandchildren.
Yes. But
And
she's getting the orgasms though. I mean, every season they've been doing it multiple times, and she's been getting it down. And I think like now she knows, she's like, oh my God, this is what it's like. No duty, no sacrifice, just pure
Very,
lust.
she's getting eaten by this faggot, though. Let's admit it. This guy is.
He leftovers, and he should have never been like Rhaenyra gave him everything, because he would have not been anything. And the way he acts in all episodes, how he's like with Aemon, like sitting down and touching him, like he's like someone important, like the family. And that's like pissing me off because he's no one. And he acts like, calling her the C word and every chance he gets, or like she's a spider. And like, just because, he got rejected and she didn't want to go off. And now he's the whole, I don't know if I can say that, to Allison, because he didn't want to be that to Rhaenyra for whatever reason. And I think he was salty.
But I don't even think he likes Allison. I think he's just fucking her to fuck.
Yeah, I think, it showed clearly in season 2 the way he went to the twin that he sent off to his death. It showed how nuts and delusional, and he's like blaming everyone of his mistakes. Because every time he does anything, it's a mistake and someone dies. Like he has not, and it's like him, like he's absolutely lost his marbles. I think he actually is going crazy.
No, he's losing it. Now he's the hand.
Yeah, and he's going to, with that power. I mean, to be honest, like he shouldn't have even sent the twin. Like he's no one. Like he's the commander of the watch, right? But he doesn't should have not done that, because Otto, he was like, what did Cole do? Because like he's no one. And that I loved the complete scene where Otto, Aegon, and freaking Crispy was in that room. Everyone was like thinking that, and Otto, like he played it so well. Like the script was really good written, because we were like, what the hell? It was like it was funny. It was good, because but even though he said everything right, and it's the second time season in the episode that the Green, Otto, and everyone, even Almond, telling that they're up for the throne, because there shouldn't have been, like, Aegon should have never been crowned. It was Rhaenyra, and they're no. And that's why the way he giggled and laughed when Aegon was like, oh, my father wanted me to be king, he's like, that's what you think?
Right.
Because he knows, he just played along with Alicent.
Yeah, he knows exactly who the real Egan is. But why would they give it the same name, though?
Because that's the Targaryen way, I guess. And then his brother, we call him, because I cannot ever pronounce his name. I always call him Almond, the one with no
Who?
eye.
I would just call. He looks like that Zelda guy that I play on Nintendo. I'm gonna do a
Oh,
Paul.
he does. Yeah, he does. Well,
This Zelda.
Well, he also, when he
That
was talking to, well, when he was talking to Crispy, he was like, it was not me that started the war. Allison and, Otto put Aegon on the throne, and Dare did it. Like, it should have not been. He said it too. Rhaenyra is the rightful heir. And Crispy also saw the stag. Remember when they were hunting?
yes.
And that was like a big moment that, that thing bent the knee in front of Crispy and Rhaenyra, because she is the chosen by the gods.
Right. The pig or
Yeah,
whatever that was. Yes.
whatever. Yeah.
The
But
only pig in that scene was Crispy, and now we're gonna call him Mr. Crispy.
crispy, crusty.
Now let's be honest. This is a side combo. Have you ever had a Crispy that they're just bought her that they were just used? So they got in love and they couldn't have you.
Oh, maybe some obsessed stalkers.
I think we all have a Crispy.
We
Crispy.
all have a crispy, yeah, the Krispy Kreme. Yeah, definitely those are around.
They are, and that's the sad part. They come from all this time, and they still obsessed. Bro, you got to hit it. Be thankful that you fuck Rhaenyra. She offered him a booty call position as the booty call, the only one that will fuck her because he knew the husband was gay.
Yes. Well,
And the father of her kids.
yeah, but he didn't. For whatever reason, he wanted to sell some oranges. And that would have never worked because the dad would have probably beheaded him, would have found Rhaenyra, and like she said it so well, I am the crown, because she is.
Yeah, and that's where we want to see her. Now, what do we think about Damon, Poppy? And we're just gonna call him Poppy. I
Yes.
do like him with brown hair. You sent me that reel today, and I was like, because
I
I
feel like, yeah, for whatever reason, I know he's not like the what's it called?
contentious guy. He's not a Channing Tatum guy.
What's it called?
There's
Like the people that are like from the public, like immediately attractive. Like he's not the
a,
normal attractive guy. I don't know. You have a like I know there's a word for it.
like a sex symbol.
Yeah, he's not like your typical. Who is Brad Pitt? I feel like he's pretty typical pretty. Like everybody finds him attractive.
Yeah,
Like
no, I don't
typical
think
like
Damon has. If I see him on the street, I would have.
but yeah, what did you say?
If I see him on the street, I would have never looked at him until now that you sent me that dark hair.
Yeah, he's pretty hot.
Yeah, but what do we think about him hiring those two assassins?
Okay, he was pretty clear with his instructions. He
Let him.
just didn't, he didn't, I guess it was not his fault, but he didn't have a lot of options who he's going to hire, because I feel like those were, like people you hire from Sheen to assassin someone. You don't get, you don't get the top notch from,
You're not going to
like
get the hitman to write him.
def,
Okay,
yeah.
but that's the ex-wife, right? The whore.
I don't
The
believe it was his ex-wife, but he definitely like, they had a thing. I feel like he helped, like he and she kind of used them, both
they
sides to
both
kind
use
of,
each other. Yeah.
yeah, they use each other. I feel like they have a good understanding that they used.
Well, going back to that whore that also helped Otto on the season one
Yes,
finale.
yeah.
Hello. She saw the twin get to Rhaenyra.
Yeah, and I believe that she did speak up, and that's why the twin was so fast.
Are you sure? Because she said wait before Rhaenyra was so nice to give her her freedom.
Yeah,
And
I believe, and I think she's gonna come back. I think, with her being, I don't think she left. I feel like she's gonna be a bigger part because, well, I mean, in the
maybe
book she's kind of an ally, so
of Rhaenyra.
maybe,
Of
yeah,
Rhaenyra.
to her. So I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna play it. They could send her to a merry way, but I think Rhaenyra had a liking to her, and I feel like she wants that uh woman dominant, to be on her
Empower.
side. Yeah,
Right. Because
because oh my god, not Rhaenyra's. Oh my god, we need to give her a
we need to
nickname.
know the names because I'm like, who is who? Who's Rhaenyra and
Her
Rhaenyra?
ex-mother-in-law. Her ex-mother-in-law, the white hair that's married to the sea snake.
Okay, okay, yeah. What? Okay.
I loved how she checked in the episode 2, how she checked, when they're in the council and everyone was kind of like, oh, I would never strike down a child, and of all people, Helena. And the guy, he was like, oh, I thought it was be out of anger, and then she was like, oh, don't speak out of turn, because she didn't want him. He kind of accused the queen, and she was like, check yourself. And I feel like she's gonna be a big help to her.
Big
I don't. Yeah. Also, she's giving birth in the back.
who? Rhaenyra?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the beginning of one of her.
Yeah,
No,
I'm like, oh,
that the kid, that one is the one that died. No,
I don't know.
No,
I think it's when
middle one.
she's giving if she, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's not the when she unfortunately loses her daughter. I don't think that's the scene. I think she's actually giving to her son
Birth to
maybe.
the
Yeah.
Yeah, she keeps this one and takes it to Alice.
Oh yeah, that was not that was the boy. That was another boy. Yeah. Thank God. I
Who's
don't
the
want to see the other one.
one that dies in the dragon?
Yeah, no, that was that was so sad.
Did you know that the dragon was also the child of the dragon of the show?
Yes. I wonder if they're going to play it like I don't know how they're gonna play because yeah, that would be. I mean, they have to do it like the book, right? I mean, I don't know though. Maybe
Oh,
not.
the
I hope
dragon
not.
fights Aemon's dragon, the mommy? Or no? Mom
Well,
dragon.
oh, when Rhaenyra, wait, her son.
So when she went and found the pieces of the dragon
Oh,
where
the
her
other one. Okay, I was thinking. Okay.
yeah, the actual dragon she took is the mother of that dragon. So in that scene,
Oh yeah.
you're looking at two mothers grieving. The mother
Yes.
dragon and Rhaenyra. It was a very
Yes.
strong. That's what the dragon screams.
Yes. Yes.
A lot of
Yes.
people don't know that was the her baby.
Yeah, and I feel like that's why they're such a good duo because that's why, she was so upset and they feel everything so intensely. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Now, what are we thinking of this king?
Oh,
Eh, he reminds me of what's his name? Cersei's
Joffrey.
Joffrey. Yes,
Yeah,
Joffrey.
I mean,
All the
I
traits. All the traits.
yeah, I do believe that he he's not, you can tell. Oh, he doesn't have guidance, yeah. Viserys, he was never really there for him, like being a dad. And then
Right.
you have Allison, she was never a mother, like you can see, like, when he was like crying and like in his whatever, she like looked at him like, oh,
And
awkward.
then
And
she
then
left.
and
Awkward.
she went to Crispy having and we ended the episode with another sex scene. I don't want to see this. I want like a kiss from Damon and Rhaenyra. We got nothing.
We don't want to see Crispy eating no crispy pussy. We know
And
that pussy is ratchety.
yeah,
Even though
and
it's
I that's crazy because back then they didn't really have it. So Otto, when they probably walked by, he smelt it. When
what?
they went to the council. Yeah, when they went to, when the first scene of them, he was down there and then they went to the council and then Otto looks at Crispy and then at Allison and his went up, he knows.
Of
Everyone
course, he
knows.
knows. Everyone knows the daughter saw them, literally walked in there. She's already a weirdo. She
Yes.
already talks to the animals, and then her mom's an animal.
Yeah, I mean I feel like Helena, I do. The only Green I actually feel so sorry for her because she's a dreamer and she sees everything, right? But she doesn't know how to put it in words or like how to, she's a dreamer. And yeah, I do feel bad for her because like she also has no motherly, figure. The only thing Allison was worried about because she saw Crispy, and her doing the thing when, her son was murdered. And like her only concern was like, oh, what you saw. And like Helena was like, oh, this is for my son. Like she wouldn't even let her finish because she's just so fed up. There was no, Ellison was just worried about that she saw at the console when she was like, "Oh, my poor daughter went through," and the only thing she thought is her seeing them fucking.
Right.
Yes, like she didn't care about the grandkid.
Of course not. And how do we feel about her pointing out the right child?
I feel like
Do you think it's
because
a
in the book, she
conflict?
offers herself. Like she offers herself. She's more, motherly, I guess.
Right. I was wondering why she didn't fight them.
But
Mm.
also I feel like the actress, or like, that wrote the script, it was very much, she what's the word, dissociate, like she wasn't
Disassociate.
there.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was.
she was. Yeah, and I feel like she knew, and she also didn't want to, let her daughter be killed. Because remember when, like, Aegon came in looking for the son, and she was like, what if he doesn't want to be king? Like having those questions and stuff. So she kind of knew what already gonna happen, and when she told him like she's scared of the rats, that was because of that. So she already knew that her son is going to die. So I feel like she was just like, here you go. I just, and just like ran with it.
Do we want to say that in a way she said, "This is the least we can do"? We took her son. My brother killed her son. Maybe she felt like,
Maybe, to be
and but
honest with you, maybe a little bit, but also I don't know. Okay, better. I don't know. I don't know if the light hits like weird. Oh, no, not really. Sorry.
as long as it's hitting those titties.
A little bit.
House of Dragons TD sponsored by Kids.
Don't-
They are
uh,
far. Show us your full outfit. Wait, show us your full outfit. I'll show you mine. I'm in my
okay.
pajamas.
I have
Turn
the
around.
dress, but I
Turn
can't because it's too
around.
short. It's too
Oh, it's
short.
too short. I want to see it. What do you mean it's too short? There's no thing that's too short.
It
Let's
is
see.
a little. It's a
Oh,
little short. It's
well,
a.
Damon, twerk on the king. Twerk on the king. Behind. I want to do the Tyler. I know this is out of topic, but have you done the Tyler yet? Have you tried
I
doing
have
it?
not. I haven't
Try
been. I need to start dancing again.
twerking. You need to teach me.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Hey, you're
This is
doing a
a
good
House
job
of
though.
Dragons special. This is a House of Dragons, but we had to show you all. Oh, and we need to
Exactly.
come up with the name. What did we say was gonna be? Flames.
Uh oh,
What
the
are we gonna call
episode?
it? Yeah, well, the whole thing.
Wait, we had a really good name, I felt like.
Yes, and I need it.
Oh my god, we had a really good name. We have to look at our messages.
Oh my god, we did have a great name. It was the we're never gonna
Now I
find
don't remember. See? God damn it.
it. Okay.
Yeah, now I don't remember. I don't want to click anything because I don't want to
Either.
click
Don't
out.
click anything. I'll find it. I'll find it. It was something about flames, I think.
Right?
But it's just gonna be because it's just gonna be recap 1 and 2, but we still keep
Mm-hmm.
the same title over and over.
Yes.
This little
Mm-hmm.
weekly. A lot of people are, I will say, thinking that it's not gonna get good. But I feel, and I'm trying to think of season 1. Was it slow or it was fast paced?
So a lot of people complained about the time jump, and like missing some, like, look, they're so strong, you know.
Yeah.
We needed more of him.
Yes.
This
We
one,
need a. We
right
need a.
here, right
Yeah.
here, not this one. This one.
Do you think he'll come back, the gay husband?
I don't know because like they looked at Sea Smoke, his dragon, right? So and well, it looks like he bonded with someone, or it's him. Because they say a dragon can bond someone if the person is not dead. So if he has a
Exactly.
new rider, it could only mean he's, passed away, or maybe it's a myth and, dragons can bond.
What is the dragon that was flying that everybody looked up to?
Wait, which scene?
This last episode Sunday, there was a
Oh, that was
dragon.
Sea Smoke. Where,
That's
where the
it,
guy, when he was doing the crab, like he was picking up the crab, that
right?
was Sea Smoke. That
That's
was his dragon, yes.
and who's riding it?
Well, it was flying it by itself.
Hmm. Interesting. So it has no controller.
No.
It's not owned by
Well,
no
as we know, maybe he could get,
the daughter, the sister,
him.
the
Yeah,
what
I
is it?
don't know.
Kids.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know one of the girls from Damon's are there. Obviously,
Bella, yeah.
doesn't have a dragon.
No, they all have dragons. Well, no, actually, oh, you're right. The youngest, the one that was betrothed to the Luke, Lucy, yeah, that died.
Right.
So maybe I don't know how they're gonna do it because like I wish he would come back because then his mother could stop being angry at Rhaenyra because she didn't kill him. She let
I know.
him live his gay best life.
With the love of his life, his true
Yeah,
life.
and like yeah, and he tried, and she tried to like make babies, but he just couldn't do it, which is so whatever, but they tried. But yeah, I feel like if she would know that, but I think deep in her heart she knows that her son was gay because it was so obvious.
No, everybody knows. I think they both know their ways. She said it on an episode to the dad that he was not going to change.
Yeah.
And then remember, Crispy killed his first lover.
Yeah, he was out of line. Like every time he's out of line, I feel like for that he should have been like put to
Fired.
death. Like I don't
Yes.
know
But he
why.
took himself to death, but Allison saved them.
Yes, I feel like Allison also, very hypocrites, hypocrites, and then they're sinning and like saying, like
They're
stupid
perfect for
stuff.
each other. If you think about it, that was a good couple. I was not expecting it. I was expecting Allison with the cripple to be a couple.
Well, I feel like the cripple, she don't want.
I mean,
Yeah.
she let him jack off to her feet.
Well, didn't she get information?
Well, she got Rhaenyra's baby daddy killed in the hand because of
Yes,
that.
yes, and then she was
Revenge
surprised.
using him, right?
Yeah, and like with all she knows, she knew that she was responsible, but she didn't care. That's
But,
another thing. Hypocrite.
but she knows what he's capable of. That's what she did. She told the girls to get out of the shower when she was taking a bath. She was made
Mhm.
up scared of what they were putting on the
You
powder.
think? You think?
Yeah, she told them to leave because she's afraid for her life because of him.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe, yeah. She definitely it was weird. Yeah, and they did mention her other son because Otto when he got fired, when he was like, "Oh, I'm going to go to wherever the Vale because there's her other son
Who?
from Ellison. They have a fourth son. They
Who?
okay, Ellison and Viserys or whatever. They have
But
another son.
before or after Abe?
I don't know when. So the writers never put him in till now. So I feel like everyone didn't catch that because it's her son, but he was always like brought to the Vale to protect. And I don't know how old he is though. I will see if he ever
Is he
comes up.
older than Negan?
No,
Yeah.
he's the youngest.
So he's younger than Zelda.
Yes, he's the youngest. Well, I don't know because everybody looks like the same age. Mine is Otto. I feel like Otto looks a little like run down lately, but I feel like it's because of all the stress. Everyone is conflict. Like he was so relatable in the
Last episode.
oh my god, yes. I'm not
Mhm.
gonna lie, I giggled. I was agreeing with him because like imagine, he was plotting 20 years to put somebody on his blood to the throne and he ends up with that.
With
And then
Crispy as the hand.
yes. Yes, and then the whole time the snake was crispy and he didn't see it immediately. And now he is at square zero. And I feel like in his heart, because he was talking so much about, how he misses the old king. And I think he knows Rhaenyra would have been a good queen, and nobody would have had to die. But he knows. Otto knows. But he just, obviously it's too late.
Do we think he's gonna plot his way back in the
Yes, he's not. Yeah, because like he just wants Aegon to be dead and Crispy probably to be dead. I feel like he also has no connection, with any of his grandchildren. So he just uses as pawns, like Allison. He doesn't have like a genuine,
parents?
fatherly. Yeah, because
Mhm.
like But I must say, if Otto would have let her talk about her sinning, then she would have been like, "Oh, me and Crispy had sex when, the kid died." And then he could have used that information to go to Aegon and tell him, "Oh, Crispy wasn't sleeping, he was with your mother." And then, he would have been angry, hung
Could have been killed
Crispy.
just like the other two.
Yeah, and hung Crispy, and then Otto would be hand again. But because he didn't care to hear it, he lost a good knowledge, because that would have been so good for him.
I know. We would have got rid of Crispy, but I don't think he's going anywhere. As ugly as he is, I swear, it's because he's so annoying. I don't even find him attractive. And he's
No.
definitely my type. Dark skin, dark hair. But
Yes, yes.
it's that attitude that makes him so disgusting. Look at me flex.
Yes, when he first came, oh my god, I was shipping him. I was like, oh my god, he's so hot. But his whole character, every time I see him, I just want to
Disgusting
go, "Bleh."
personality. So what personalities a turn off?
Yeah, like
Hungry?
Damon, Daddy, he is not handsome. He is not
But
attractive.
he's very, I think that, do you think he pissed off Renera with that?
Yes, I mean, like, I mean, but honestly, I love that he took a little action. I mean, it was not the smartest, like, hiring an assassin that's, a rat catcher and like a wannabe,
He
like,
was desperate. He was desperate.
knight.
She
That
was,
was just
his
disaster.
wife was hurting. Think of it.
Yeah,
His wife was hurting for the loss of the child. She was gone for days. He had to play. He had to do something to.
yeah. I'm not
to
even mad about it. I
know he
honestly,
is.
I think the kid was like already set up to be another Joffrey. Like the kid was so, like, you saw him
Oh,
in the
and the girl.
room with the dad, and how he like bullies the Lannister. Hilarious, by the
Oh, but
way.
the Lannisters are hot though. Not that idiot. Why would they make him a Lannister?
Yeah, he's hilarious. Oh my god, it's so funny. I wish
That
they would have made him do the horsey, but Allison was Captain Save-A-Whore. And he was like, but yeah, I think the kid, I had no attachment to him, but
oh well. I do have one question. Because again, this is just a quick little recap. Do you think Damon, and Rhaenyra are ever gonna birth a child, a badass kid?
well, I mean, they have, and
Who? They don't have anyone. They died.
just a daughter. They have three sons.
Damon and Rhaenyra have zero kids.
Yes,
No, who?
yes, the kids. Remember when she was playing with the two gold boys that had hair?
I don't think those were hers.
Yes, in season one. Remember
I thought those
when?
were the. I thought those were the kids from the sister, the ones that just got killed.
No, 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 no. That's her kids. Because remember when her father was on the deathbed, and her and Damon came to his side, and she
Mhm.
introduced the two boys. She introduced, because he named. Oh, look at the balloons. I don't know why I said she introduced her two sons. Because his also name is Aegon, and the other one is Viserys. And when he talked to Allison about Aegon, that was talking about Rhaenyra's Aegon, not their Aegon. That's why they got so confused, because he was talking about his grandchild from Rhaenyra.
What in the world?
Yes, and I think they have. I don't know if they have. Now I don't know if they have two or three. I know their
What
bloodline will
happened?
remain.
The first one died.
No,
Right.
that was in the middle. That was the Visenya daughter. That, yeah, she died. But yeah, the other ones, yeah.
They're alive. They just haven't come out. I didn't see him on the funeral. Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, she keeps them pretty like locked, but yeah, in season one you saw, and she was pregnant with the other boy, so she has three
Visenya died.
boys.
By
Yeah, she
saying,
has. Yes, the girl. So she has three boys, and then she gave birth to a dead daughter, Visenya.
oh wow, so she does have Aegon and Viserys, which are kids from
Yes,
Dane. All this
and
time,
that
I didn't think they had a kid.
yes, and that's why Allison was confused, I guess, because Aegon is her son and his, but she forgot that Rhaenyra has also an Aegon, and everyone's name is freaking Aegon for whatever reason. Like you said, so Allison.
Confusing.
Yes, Allison didn't know which one, and so she thought because it's her son and his son, she was talking about him.
I
So
want to see those
that's
kids come out. I want to see those kids come out.
yes.
One more thing. Do we think we're going to speed up on this season like they did on season one where everybody grows up tomorrow?
I don't think so. I think this time I don't
They're
think
going to age.
Damon is going to die in this season. I think it's all season 3. I think it's going to be a big lead up. I don't think any one of the main character. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but like some may die in this season, but I don't think they're going to. I think in season 3 it's going to be like,
Even better.
the
Do we think we
yeah.
see? Well, but when is it going to release? 2028? We're going to have to keep posting and harassing the writers to release
Yes.
it.
Well, they said I saw Damon, the guy that plays it. He said they're confirmed for season 3, and I don't know when they're filming though.
We need to get invited. I mean, do they need a backup, extras, drag?
Right?
What would you do? What would you do?
Seriously.
I want Sir Crispy's job, but sucking Damon's dick.
Yeah. Okay. I do hope, but it's a good, it's good hate, but I don't know if he's gonna die this season or next. I kind
Ugh,
of want him to die like
no,
now.
tomorrow.
Yes, but it's good that we have someone to hate.
It's true. It's true.
But
It's true.
also, he's getting more crazier and like his audacity of wanting or having power
Manipulate. And the
is
power is there already. He has the power. They
for
already
no reason. Like nobody checks Crispy. Nobody. He's not a highborn. He's a bastard. He has nothing. The only reason he is where he is because of the cunning spider Rhaenyra. Yeah, and his tongue, the Lord of Tongues.
I just love when this bitch starts hitting him and then kisses him. What is this, Mr. and Mrs.
And
Bitch?
also
I was like, I told her, I bet she's gonna kiss him. She's not even hit him in strong.
hitting. She's not hitting him hard. That
It's
was
not even hard.
weak.
If I'm pissed, I'm getting you with my knuckles.
I feel like she never, hit someone. Also, that could be the thing, but it was so weak. It was so weird. And why the hell is Crispy already waiting on the bed?
Right. Who
Because
are
that,
you?
like, who is, yes, exactly. What the hell? And then, this, her chambers is the old chambers
Old
of
Rhaenyra's
Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra. I know. I keep seeing they fucking in the same bed. I bet he's just closing his eyes,
And
thinking it's her because he's
yeah, and
so
fantasizing
obsessed
about her.
with thinking about her, thinking.
Yes.
And then he had her when she was really, really young, when she fucked the
Yes.
apple for the
Yeah,
first.
and I wonder how they're gonna, if they're gonna put a scene where he faces Rhaenyra, or if he's just never gonna see her again.
He's obsessed with her. He has to see her.
I know he has to. I wonder how they're gonna spin all that shit.
I'm pretty sad for the twins, so we will be mourning for them.
Yes, that was, I think that was kind of underrated because it was so slow, the episode, and like I couldn't even get really
Kind of
emotional.
boring in the yeah.
Yeah, I was just kind of annoyed that it was kind of a drag, yeah, the episode. I mean, there was good information, especially like the writing
Usually.
from, yeah, like the writing from, Otto, and his, whole scene was good. The Rhaenyra and Damon, that, it showed kind of like how much, she does speak up, and, that she doesn't want to be the way he is. It shows how much she is more of her father's daughter. and like she has so much empathy for everyone. But it didn't work out for her dad as much, I feel like. But he was a good king. He
No,
just
but
had no.
she needs to snap a little bit because she honestly that scene when the twin comes to kill her make her look weak. She
Yeah,
didn't
I'm
fight
not gonna. Yeah,
away and like was
yeah.
scared. You
And
scared?
she got her, yeah, and she got her injuries from the stupid fall. It wasn't even, and like they made it seem. So I wonder after this if she picks up, because she picked up the sword in one of the things. So I wonder if she finally gets trained, because I need something. Like I love how empathetic, I love the empathy, I love how clear-headed she is.
Like a warrior. Like
Yeah,
a
she
like
needs to, get a little bit more.
will rip your head off and like
Yeah,
eat you for breakfast.
yeah, like a little bit like more crazy. Not crazy, but like,
Yeah.
a little fire.
I like
Yeah,
the
like
crazy.
yeah,
A little
like still yeah, like still be clear-minded, because like the Greens are just delusional and have no like self, they're just like crazy. I don't
there's
know
no
what.
in that
Yeah.
family. It reminds me a little bit about my family.
Yeah, and they have no empathy. And it shows very, that's why I don't understand how people are still team green when they see how no empathy, nothing, nothing.
There's
Like,
always shitty people.
yeah,
Green
it's
is
just
the color
so.
of what? Green is the color of what? Envy.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
always gonna envy you. They're always gonna envy the other people doing good.
Yeah, so I feel like they need to do better with Rhaenyra, a little bit more something. Next
Yeah.
episode, I do want her, and Damon to be a whole again. I want some action.
Me too. I want some dick. Get
Yeah.
her dick down. Make up to her. She's mad at you. You know how to fix it. Derek knows how to fix it when I'm having a good day. Back her brains out and she'll be okay.
Yes,
It
like,
worked for Allison.
yeah, like something, or like that they're a team, because like right now, she lost her freaking loyal servant, the twin, and then Damon. I
Keep
hope
it
he get. I think he's gathering her strongest armies, and then she's gonna fly to him. But who knows? I do hope this happens, and they're gonna be the strong, because together they're the strongest.
right. And I want those
Be-
kids to grow up. I want
yes,
those
because
kids like the
yeah,
kids are gonna go against the lead Allison kids.
yeah, because like his kids love them, and they have such a good connection. Like their family bond and their loyalty is so nice, and like
Mm.
the Greens don't have that. Like nobody likes each other. Like
Nope.
Helena is the only one that wants, connection with them, but they just all hate each other. They
And
have
Alex
no.
got get kicked out.
Yes, and then you have Crispy. He just like projects every time he talks about something that happened with Rhaenyra. It's like him. He can't say like I'm upset that she made me have sex and now my honor. He can't say that. So he's projecting the whole freaking time he's talking.
He has issues, but we're gonna stay hopeful for episode 3, and
Yes.
we will talk about it next Monday. I'm gonna
Yes.
go ahead and release this. We need to find a name for our special series of House of Dragon
Yes.
insights. We will be here
Yes.
with an expert, and I'm gonna post questions on the podcast page so they can ask you because you have everything. You have the memes for House of Dragons, the scoop.
I try. I try. I try.
You
I
can
try.
go on all the good deeds, and obviously I thank you for that, and I love you, and I missed
I
you.
love you. I don't know. Is it gonna do it with the heart? Heart.
Oh,
Oh
me too. I can't do it because I'm on a laptop, but
yeah. No, it's fine.
tell everybody goodbye. They'll see your beautiful face and everything else next
Goodbye.
week.
Yes. I love you.
I love you too. And remember, everybody, if you don't like House of Dragons, it's okay. We love it. And just listen
Not
to the
everyone can be royal. Not
exactly. Not
Let
everybody
have
likes
good taste.
dragons. Not everyone fucks their family members, but we're in Alabama. I'm just I'm here by the border. No comment. You'll have a great night.